Hey everybody, it's Lord Magicus, and it's time for more Merfolk in Historic. So, we finally have some really good news. Historic Ranked is back, and it is here to stay. Why does this matter? Because now you can get all of your arena rewards from playing Historic. I might go into depth on why this matters in a different video, but basically it means you can invest all of your wild cards into one deck for this format, which is not going to rotate out, and that way you can keep getting all of your free rewards that way. Now, getting cards on Arena isn't really as cheap as it seems like it might be. I mean, there is the carrot of you can grind a deck for free from nothing, but I think that's something I want to do another video on. But it's definitely beneficial though that now Historic is a format where you can get cards for Historic. You can play it, like the decks are not going to rotate out, so you're not losing anything. Like, it's not like if you bought a deck in Standard that now all of a sudden a new set comes out and it's unplayable and now you don't really have a competitive way to play. You can safely put all your stuff into Historic and actually be able to play the format. It's actually supported now. You get all your rewards from doing it, so it's great. And so let's look at this. The other thing, Historic Anthology 3 is now out. So all of I think it's like a list of like 20 cards or so that came out from it. That's out as of today. So we are playing in our list here Ancient Ziggurat. So out of all of the cards that came out in Anthology 3, Ancient Ziggurat's probably the most important one for us. This is going to help us cast our spells the best. Previously, I was playing Unclaimed Territory in this slot, which was okay, but we ran into a few scenarios where Unclaimed Territory had problems casting things like, Kamena Speaker, and then Brazen Borrower, and then Frilled Mystic, and even like Umori is sometimes an issue. Since we're playing Umori, Ancient Ziggurat is effectively just a rainbow land for us. There's only two things in the entire deck that care about whether this makes mana or not, and that's Benthic Biomancer's ability and Brazen Borrower's Petty Theft ability. Everything else, it doesn't matter at all. So Ancient Ziggurat will now let us easily curve, from say like Kamena Speaker into Merfolk Trickster, into Brazen Borrower, into Frilled Mystic if we need to. So no issues with that now, finally. Hopefully the mana will be smoothed over a little bit. There is some question as to whether we should still play like one or two Unclaimed Territories instead of a basic forest. I'm not sure whether we should do that or not. We need to keep some amount of like islands and forests in here so that Hinterland Harbor comes into play untapped enough. I'd have to look at the math and try to see, how often is Unclaimed Territory going to be better than a forest? It has some tension with Hinterland Harbor, and it also still has some tension, like I said, when we're trying to curve into kind of odd creature types, but it's possible that Territory might be better than like one or two forests, so I will have to play with this and see, but I think Ziggurat is like clearly, like, this card is just mostly better than Unclaimed Territory, because like I said, the only thing that it can't help us cast a Petty Theft, but we should have enough mana to do that anyway, so I'm not worried about that. I think that overall it's going to be a huge improvement, so it should help us. Now, this card is going to be a lot easier to cast, and it'll also be a lot easier to cast Umori, so if we ever get to the point where we need to cast it, sometimes it wasn't always easy to have the double green necessary to cast him, especially if you had to do like Unclaimed Territory on like Merfolk and have like another one on Wizard just to try to like make this work. Yeah, there was no guarantee that you could even have 2 green for this, but the Ziggurat's going to help because now no matter, we don't have to pick a creature type, so we can curve like whatever we want into this and it'll still be fine. I'm not really going to make any changes to the rest of this list yet. Since we're going to be starting on ranked play now, it's who the hell knows what we're going to be playing against, so I'm assuming that because it just started today, we probably will see a good mix of kind of pony decks, but also some serious decks as well. yeah, everybody's like starting from the bottom of the historic ladder right now, so it's possible we might see some really good decks that are just starting the climb, and we might just see some people who, you know, are still playing their pony deck. So I don't want to make any serious changes to this until we like get to probably at least gold, unless we see like a really strong pattern of decks. For right now, I think that's a good place to start. It worked well for us in the event, so let's go play some ranked. So yeah, we're starting from the bottom of the ladder. We'll try to work our way up. Oh, and yeah, you'll notice I now have a Nicol Bolas avatar. It was on sale for like 80% off, like you think yesterday, so I decided that I was gonna buy it. This is really tempting. We are on the draw. He's curving. We don't have anything to do on turn 1, but we'll go like Lord into Lord into Lord. I'm gonna keep it and hope that's gonna be fun. They don't have a companion either, so maybe it'll be okay. I guess Island Pass. So we can play our Hinterland Harbor then. Okay, so this is some sort of mana ramp deck. Alright. Let's just start jamming lords. So we might see like Nissa this turn. That would be scary as hell. Vivian, that's not really much better. Yikes. So yeah, we need this lord now to keep this thing from fighting and killing us. Right, yeah, I want to attack Vivian so that way it's going to be difficult to minus it to kill off our creatures. Because next turn, like, we have the combination of Regery plus Trickster. So we can play Regery, untap a land, then play Trickster and tap 3 things, so we can get in a fair bit of damage. We'll have both of these able to attack if we need. Yeah. Let's untap our Ziggurat. Play our Branchwalker for free. I guess. Okay, they just gave up. Cool. I don't know if they should have gave up there. They still had at least 2 creatures that could block, so that's fine. They gave up. That's works for me. I'll take it. Bolas has claimed his first victim. Yeah, so yeah, we have the Bolas avatar in MTGO, and now we have it here as well. Yeah, my challenge today is casting blue or white spells. So yeah, that's actually pretty easy to accomplish with Merfolk. We're going to cast a ton of blue spells by the end of the day. Alright, worm bones. Worms don't have bones, silly. Right? I don't think they do. I'm like reasonably sure that they don't. So this is a hand where, like, I think, yeah. Look at how this, like, if this was unclaimed territory, this would be a really awkward hand to keep, because then we'd have to probably name like Merfolk with this, but then we wouldn't be able to cast this pretty much ever. And yeah, okay, I think this is fine. We can just curve into lords. Ziggurat, like, already looking pretty good here. Opponent also does not have a companion this time, so Lovestruck Beast. Okay. I guess... Yeah, we just jam Lords. We have tons of Lords in hand, so the easiest way to win this game is just play a bajillion Lords, and that'll do it. Next turn we go Reedry, and then we go Mistbinder, and... Beautiful. Trickster is a fantastic follow-up as well. Now even if they play... Oh, Steel Leaf Champ. Whatever, you're dead. You are boned. Okay. So, how... Does this matter? Like... They only have 2 creatures to tap, so... Okay, I guess... If I play this one, I untap a land, then I can still play Trickster and tap down 2 of their things. I don't think I need to shock here. Oh, fuck, it paid for it the wrong way, so you know what? I am going to have to shock myself. Auto Tapper has tried to screw me again. It's okay. The opponent is still dead. Yeah. There we go. Turn 4 kill with Merfolk. We just absolutely fucking steamrolled them. And that was a match where Ziggurat actually looked like it was really good. It let us very easily keep our opening hand, so... Okay. Let's go. It's really fast to jam these games. Though we're in the bronze tier, so like these matches don't really mean very much because, like I said, we can't be sure of like whether it's somebody who's just starting out in Historic or somebody who actually has a bunch of experience playing. This is like a little bit awkward. You're going first. The problem is I think we're gonna have to play this Hinterland Harbor tapped. Because otherwise we're not playing anything on turn 2, and I really think we probably need to like play Silvergill on turn 2 to try to draw that land. We could mulligan this though. Like we already have 2 commands, so like this is kind of a mulligan already. Alright. I guess this is better-ish? This isn't really much better at all. Nose is itchy. I guess we put an island in the bottom here. Yeah, I don't know. This hand is like... Yeah, it's dubious. We'll play Kamena Speaker. And then next turn we'll play Island. Benthic Biomancer, attack, and then hopefully we can get Kamena out. Oh, Raiding Pool. What do we got? Yes! Merfolk Friends! I love Merfolk Friends. Merfolk Friend, high five. We know what's up here. I mean, there's no chat for me to tell you what's going on, so like I can't tell him I'm recording this, but alright, so attack, like there's no way he's gonna block. So River Sneak, that's not really a card I think that we're interested in playing. I mean, it's possible there's a build with it, but I don't think that we really care too much about this card. It's a little bit slow. Like, we prefer to play some chunkier stuff like Branch Walker in that slot. I mean, there are turns where like this makes it look okay, where it's going to get in for 3 and we can't block it, but I don't know. Like, I'm still not super impressed. Skydiver, on the other hand, I think that card actually has some real potential to it. Okay, so could play Mistbinder. I think I'm just gonna play Kamena though and pass. I'm gonna play Kamena, I'll pass, and then end of their turn I'm gonna draw a card with Kamena. I'll probably put the counter on the Branch Walker, I imagine. No, they put on the River Sneak. You know what? Okay, that makes sense. They want to get in the most damage with the Sneak. Just attack with that. So what they had? So it looks like there might be a trickster online. Unfortunately, our draw is like a little bit slow, so like, yeah, we don't have a good way to race this right now. And the Drake is definitely not a card we want for this matchup. Ugh. We have another Kumena in hand, so it's actually kind of fine if we want to attack with it. Okay. Sure, you can adapt. I mean, if you want to trade Branchwalker and Biomancer with this thing, I'm okay with that too. Okay, nope. Alright, so I'll just play a Biomancer. We'll draw another card at the end of their turn. They're at 2 cards, so we really want to draw another Lord, because once we start like chaining together enough Lords, oof, that's brutal. That's going to make this very hard. We don't have a lot of very good blocks against this. They're only attacking with... Okay, so yeah, we're gonna have to make some blocks here. It's not that bad though. We can double block Biomancer. We can trade off the Branchwalkers. We're gonna take 6, which is not great, but we do get to also draw a card still. So let's block here. I can't block anything else, so. Okay, that's helpful, I think. So I guess there's no point in not playing it right now. Okay, so right now we are currently taking probably 6 damage from this, so we have to block both of these things, which means this can block. Well, yeah, we don't have a lot of good choices here, so we have to be able to try to win this game somehow. So I think we want to make... If I attack with the Mistbinder, then they'll just trade off this Biomancer. I don't think I want to do that just yet. We're attacking for 10. That still lets us potentially kill them. Oh, you know what? The one thing I didn't consider is the Skydiver could be an issue. Alright, well... Okay. It can proliferate that one counter, so that could be 5, 6, 7. We're close to dying, but we're not quite there yet. Actually, I think we're still okay. So they don't have another land yet. So Command Speaker can block that Biomancer, but we have to try to kill them next turn. That's all there is to it. Sure. Resolve. Okay. I think drawing a Trickster would be the best here. They might be trying to go and just kill us next turn. Or I guess River Sneak, and then, yeah, they're going to kill us next turn with River Sneak. So I think just attack with... No, you're not dead yet. I think you were fine. Right? I think you had enough blockers. Like, you could... All you'd have to do is get in with this River Sneak, like, twice, but... I don't know, it was close. It was a very close game. Well met, opponent. Opponent knows about the power of fishies, so... Alright, let's go. We're already finally in silver, so there we go. That was quick. You only need to win like 3 matches in order to get out of bronze, so... Silver's basically the same, so we're not really doing anything terribly different with that. This is bothering me. It was over a little bit too far. There we go. Now we're like nice and centered. This is terrible. We have to mulligan this hand. This is a little bit better, I guess, but it's still pretty bad. We're up against like probably like the dinosaur tribal deck, maybe. No, cat elemental. Yeah, so I think that might be like the dinosaur tribal. Oh, I mean, Frilled Mystic and Brazen Ball. Like, actually, if that's what we're up against, then like some of these cards might be okay. So I'm gonna keep this. Guess I'm putting a breeding pool on the bottom. Actually, you know what? Maybe I want to put Cerulean Drake on the bottom. I don't know, because the problem is like this. Actually, if they could have red creatures that this matters for, so. All right, I'm gonna do it like this and pray. Yeah. So let's play our Kamena Speaker. This is not a very good starting hand against them, to be honest. So. Okay. Player Drake. They played Godless Shrine. That can't be a good sign. So this. What the fuck? Unless this is just like Esper Control, it doesn't have creatures in it. That's also possible. In which case, our hand's still not terrible. Okay. I guess we're hoping to dodge to Fairy this turn. God fucking damn it! I hate this card so much. Ugh. Now we don't have Frilled Mystic up. Alright. Omori, you know what to do. Let's just play this now. I have to try to kill this Teferi. So if they play a creature to try to block, then I'm going to use Petty Theft to bounce it, and then I'm going to attack Teferi with Omori. Narset. Okay, that's fine. I don't really care about Narset. Which means I can attack, and then I'll have Frilled Mystic up next turn. God. Alright, well, we're probably burning this Frilled Mystic on that, so... actually, we don't need to now. Okay, so drawing a land was actually very relevant because now we can play Cerulean Drake and still have Frilled Mystic up. Because this can counter the Thought, the Thought Erasure. Yeah, if we care, like, the Drake can now ping this thing off. Well, now we're probably countering this no matter what. Oh god, if they... Alright, well, depends. If they play a land and play Big Teferi, that's also a win. Hell the fuck no. Get that shit out of here. Okay. Alright. I don't want to go like all in right now. But you know what? I kind of should though, because so there's a problem. Like, if I play the Kamena and they have a Wrath, that we're walking into that. But if they're gonna just Thought Erasure it out of our hand anyway, so I don't know. I guess I have to just like let them. They're probably gonna Thought Erasure us and take Brazen Borrow. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to. I guess I have to counter this. But I don't want to like walk into Kaya's Wrath and overcommit to the board right now. Because it seems likely they could just play Land's Wrath, and yeah, so I don't want. Playing Kamena there didn't feel terribly appealing. Interesting. So what is this? Settle the Wreckage, maybe? You might not have anything, but it could be Settle. Despark. Okay, sure. It's not the worst. Play Hinterland Harbor. So they are technically dead next turn if they have absolutely nothing. Okay, well, they have to have something now because Teferi's not enough. No! They had it the whole time. And now we're going to lose because we can't, like, beat this Teferi. Yeah, okay. We're dead. Anything we play is just going to get bounced back to our hand and, like... They also have their companion to still play to outgrind us, so fuck it. Yeah, that sucks. So they played 2 Teferi Time Ravelers, the big Teferi, and a Wrath spell. Yeah, that's... And they had spot removal too, so... I don't know, I guess... Sometimes they're gonna have everything. But we were close. They needed to have a very good hand in order to beat us that time. But you know what, they had it, so fine. This is not terribly good. I'm gonna mulligan in hopes of a better curve. This isn't really any better, but I guess I'm going to keep it and just put a forest in the bottom. I guess we play Hinterland Harbor first. Since we're not doing anything else, we may as well do that. Why couldn't I have had that earlier? So against Island... I guess I can play Branchwalker, try to draw a land, so then I can play Mistbinder and Kamena Speaker next turn. Sure. So this might be the tempo deck. Which we're usually pretty favored against the mono blue tempo, I think. Okay, perfect. So now we can play Mistbinder plus Kamena Speaker next turn. Oh no, this might be the Is It Phoenix deck. Interesting. Which means this Cerulean Drake might be very good. Chart a course. Or is this some kind of like weird storm deck? It's possible. Ox. Now I feel like this has to be Is It Phoenix, right? I think that's a deck in this format still. Okay, I guess it's Grixis deck of some kind. So options are I attack with everything, like that's not that. Yeah, I guess that's fine. They can block the Mistbinder. But I mean, they didn't want to trade it off last turn, but they might now. Yeah, that sucks. I mean, they can still trade with one of these things, but I don't think they will. They just have a ton of removal spells. Okay, sure. So let's see. We'll just play Kamena because this is the most mana efficient thing to do right now. And then we can play Drake and then potentially this if we have a land next turn. So this is kind of weird. So like this has to be like some kind of like Phoenix deck, right? Because that's what makes sense with the Ox. You want to be able to discard all the Phoenixes and then draw a bunch of cantrips to get them back. I don't see any Phoenixes here yet. They're just playing a bunch of like little cantrippy things too. So like, there has to be Arc-like Phoenix, which means this Drake also has to be pretty good. Yeah, they're playing this card. There's no way this doesn't have. Okay, so you're gonna kill off my Branchwalker or whatever. That's fine. Bet this is not something they expected they were going to have to deal with. And we have another one in hand too, so if and when they finally get a Phoenix online, we have a blocker. Or even just the Ox itself. That, I mean, that's a huge red threat that we'd like to be able to block. So. Ow, ow, ow. Kiln Fiend. Oh, fuck. Alright. Yeah, then this Drake is going to be very important against this thing. I guess... Yeah, they're not going to block this, so... We're just going to play another Drake. And we can bounce, like, Kiln Fiend back to their hand with Brazen Borrower. Okay. Yeah, they did have the option to try to, like, trade with Kamena if they wanted. But obviously, okay, so this is a Kiln Fiend deck. Alright, that makes sense. But I guess there could still be Phoenixes here, but we don't actually know if that's the case. So they're going to hit me with a Lightning Strike, sure. That means they're not using it on the Fiend. Like, they're missing out on triggers from that. But I guess they know, like, Fiend is never hitting me anyway, so... And they're doing this now because I guess they don't... They're not intending... Or they want to pump this thing up. Okay. Fine. Discard a Steam Vents. Sure. If they bring the Ox back, I can actually just bounce it back to their hand and make them discard it. So here's one card. Yeah, I guess we're gonna... The Ox doesn't really do anything with the Drakes, though. Guess I'm gonna bounce the Kiln Fiend back. That's like the scariest thing. I'll make them discard their stupid Kiln Fiend. Because I can just, like, brick wall this thing forever with the Drake. The Fiend potentially could get out of hand if they give it Trample somehow. Whereas, like, I don't really need to do anything here, right? Guess I'm just gonna pass. I'll probably flash in Borrower if they don't do anything else. Yeah, no, that's something we want to counter. Yeah, okay, so, like, that card has, like, a ton of center. It gets really big, and, yeah, it's... lets them draw a ton of cards, too. So I guess it turns this into draw 3. Ugh. Lightning Strike. Alright, whatever. You can kill off the Frilled Mystic, that's fine. I can just play Branch Walker and start making this unblockable and getting in with the Kamena. They don't have a very good way of attacking me right now. So they do have Arclight Phoenix. Here we go. We finally see it. Damn it. Alright, well, they killed off Kamena. I guess we'll just play Amori. I guess that's fine on top, right? I don't really want to attack at the moment. Okay. So now we've got a pretty good block in this game. We're gonna start trying to grind him out here. No? You have no cards left in hand. I'm not letting you fucking resolve that. There we go. Cerulean Drake was very good in this matchup. Like, all of their big scary threats were red cards, and yeah, Drake just laughing at them the whole time. Yeah, so once we had pretty solid control over the game, like, yeah, it didn't matter. Frilled Mystic, very important there. Alright, let's keep going. I don't know what this thing in the background is, but it looks like it has a lot of teeth and it's made out of fire. So I probably do not want to hug that thing. That's one of those things you admire from afar, not up close. Okay, so we're not up against another. There's no companion. This is kind of a bad hand. This is better. This is much better. We'll keep this and we'll put Breeding Pool in the bottom. I think. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's fine. Actually, well, we're not playing anything in turn 1, so I guess we can keep the Breeding Pool, right? We'll put the island in the bottom, then Hinterland Harbor in turn 2, and we'll figure out what we're gonna do with it. I mean, there's enough. So, I don't know. I could also put, like, Drake on the bottom. It doesn't seem like that's gonna. It might not be very good. I mean, maybe keeping, you know, since we're on the mulligan here, maybe keeping 3 mana is actually not a bad idea, because we might want to cast this Amori. You know, the more I think. And we're not really going to have a good time to. Or there's no good window to cast this thing anyway, so. Chances are we probably want to hold up either Trickster or Mistbinder. You know what, I kind of like that plan better. I'll put the Drake in the bottom. They reluctantly kept their hand, so. Let's see what they're going to do here. Hey, kitty. Damn it! We should have kept it. Oh god, this is a Reanimator deck. Okay, well, Frilled Mystic makes me really happy that I kept this in here. So I guess here, let's play the Merfolk Mistbinder, because I think we're going to want to keep as many flash cards in hand as possible. They're going to try to reanimate this Ulamog, probably with either Blood for Bones or the new card, Unburial Rites. That's actually pretty good. I don't really want to attack into that right now, so probably at the end of their turn I will just play Merfolk Trickster. And then we can hold up this Frilled Mystic. That thing is also insanely scary. I do not want them reanimating that. You just cast this, okay. Oh, that was a mistake. Your greed is going to cost you. So we're pretty much using Frilled Mystic on the Blood for Bones, I think. That's probably what's going to get cast here. If they find the 4th mana, though. Oh, then maybe they didn't. So, okay, you know what? Then I might actually just play Brazen Borrower. Then that lets me attack. I could bounce this Merchant of the Veil, but I don't think that's a very good idea. Yes, please, attack me. By all means, it lets me get in more damage. I would love for you to attack me. Okay, so what did they discarded a land, so they... Alright. So we'll just cast a 3/1 flyer, so now we're attacking for 8. And we're passing with, like, oh, fuck, they're dead. Yeah, they are screwed. Because they're gonna go for their reanimation spell, we're just gonna counter it, and then the game's over. They might hard cast their 5 mana Unburial. Bond to Revive. That's the one. Yeah, we're countering. There's a couple 4 and 5 mana reanimation spells that we're gonna counter here, so. Yeah, we just attack with everything, they're dead. Alright, cool. Crushed Reanimator. Frilled Mystic showed up and did its thing on time, so that's all that was necessary. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Alright, okay, whatever. I have no idea what this does. Okay, I guess maybe in, like, if you're gonna play that in Brawl, that's probably a good card to put in, like, any of the Brawl decks. But it's not something I really anticipate playing in Constructed, so. Okay, Brawl technically is Constructed, but not really. This hand is fine. Mr. Miyagi, PhD. So, funny story about I actually just watched all 3 Karate Kid movies like 2 weeks ago for the first time. So, yeah, I've just learned who Mr. Miyagi actually is. It was something that, like, my friend found ridiculously offensive that somehow I've never in my life seen Karate Kid, so... Play Silvergill Adept. I will reveal Cometa Speaker. I don't want them to know about the Reejerey just yet. Okay, that's actually good too. Grim Dancer. What do we got here? Lifelink Menace. Okay. I'm playing out the Shockland first because if I play the Ziggurat next turn, and I might want to hold up the Frilled Mystic. I guess I'm attacking with Silvergill. If they block, that's fine. I don't think they're going to, so. As I don't intend on blocking it, so. Okay, that's fine. You can't really do anything with that. What? Okay, let's just take a moment and just let's realize what just happened. My opponent duressed me. I have Amori here, which means every card in my deck has to be a creature. They duressed me, and there is literally 0% chance that I would have possibly had anything in my hand to, like, just fantastic. So I guess I'm gonna play Cometa Speaker here. I will untap the Ancient Ziggurat. And then, yeah, I will activate Benthic Biomancer. So draw and discard Cerulean Drake. This doesn't seem like this is doing very much. Like, you can't duress me. Like, you're not going to take any cards out of my hand. It's just like a fancy peek. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. I think I still win, though. I don't think that's going to do anything, so... So, if I just Trickster, like, this and this down, then I have 3, 6, 9... Oh, yeah, I think I just win. Like, even without this other Trickster in hand right now, it doesn't actually, like, we still won there, so... No, that... Good old 1 mana, you know, duress, just turn it into peak. That's neat. It doesn't even draw them a card, though, so... I don't... I guess, like, yeah, you cast the duress just to see what I have, but... It's 0% to actually, like, get anything, so that just was really funny. That's another new deck, though. Phyrexian Obliterators, Historic Anthology 3. So mono black is now a thing out there. Which, I think mono black being a thing is good for us, because Regery and Trickster are both... Even Brazen Borrower, we have a lot of ways to get through Obliterator, so I'm not worried about it. We have to mulligan this. We can't cast any of the Lords. This is much, much better. We're going to keep this. So here... So this is another interesting choice here. I'm going to put the Hinterland Harbor in the bottom. Because I want to be able to play Ancient Ziggurat to play the Kamena Speaker into the Mistbinder. So Ancient Ziggurat's going to look very good here. Luris of the Dream Den. Okay, so Elkenrod Karmic. Oh. Does this mean you had an unfortunate incident with Okoba? Okay. Well, they're certainly not going to block this, so... So my guess is that this is some sort of blue-white tempo deck. They're going to play the, No? The Jeskai. Okay. What the fuck? Oh, alright. Weird. It gets indestructible until end of turn, huh? So I guess I'm just going to play 2 1-drops this turn. So let's... attack with the Kamena Speaker. I could trade the Mistbinder with this, and they'd probably pay 4 life to make this indestructible. You know what? It's probably not bad for us if that happens, right? Well, we're not going to have a good way to, like, defeat this thing, though. Alright, I'll just attack with the Kamena Speaker. That's okay. They're not going to block that. So then I can play Biomancer, Kamena Speaker, and then Trickster down next turn and have a huge attack against them. Like now, yeah, depending on what they do here, Trickster might just kill them. If their intention is to block, like, it's not going to do anything. Alright, well, that's bad. Maybe not, though. Like, so 14, like, they're still very close to dying. So I have, again, options. I can play Kamena. Like, what are they going to do? Attack for 4? That's not going to do shit. I'm going to play Kamena here. Yeah, like, this is just going to kill them. This Vanguard is not going to get enough lifelink in to matter. I'm not going to block it. There's not really any reason for me to risk something killing Kamena here. You go up to 8, but, like, does that make any difference? I don't think so. What are you gonna do? Okay. Lifelink.
I don't see how that's gonna matter. I don't know if it's gonna make much of a difference. Like they're very dead. They're gonna go to 1, right? Oh fuck. Okay. I guess we have to do this now. Okay. Alright, so they're still alive. Yes. Okay, so now this is like starting to become a problem. That was very good. Like we haven't seen this card in a very long. So they had both God's Willing and Reckless Rage in the same turn. It sucked. But again, like they're still in a lot of danger, I think. I can just threaten to kill them again and over again. They didn't attack, so they're scared. I can just like send in Kumena. That's fine. Come on. Alright, well. I was hoping I could draw a Lord to... That's... I guess that's just what's happening. Okay, well, I guess Amori, hopefully he's gonna do something. So they're sending in the Vanguard and hoping that they can draw enough cards to make a difference. Like, I still think... What? Yeah, I don't know. Like, we need to probably draw something here. If I block this, it's not going to make a difference. They can just sacrifice this thing, so I'm just going to take it. They're going to get to draw. They already have a bajillion cards in hand, so like letting them draw more doesn't really matter. So they're 8. I might have to just like start putting counters on the creatures. So I can tap like, I don't know, one of like the Benthic Biomancer to make this unblockable, and then I still have 1, 2. Yeah, I have enough creatures to like pump up everything else. But I probably have to block this turn. I'm gonna, yeah, I have the land in hand too, so when I can pick whichever card off the top is gonna be best when I want to use his ability. Yeah, alright, so it's attacking for 5 right now, so do you have a way to give it +2 power? That's a good question. So we pick green. Why green? Does this matter here? Alright, we'll do it like this. Okay, it's indestructible. But I think they're still dead, so... yeah, like that probably is enough. So let's see, this is currently 4 unblockable, so then they can gain 4 life here. So they can go block. So 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks here, and then they gain 4 life, and I think they're still dead. Right. Yeah, they can block 4 of the things that have 4 power, and they gain 4 life in the process. So 1, 2, 3, 4. But then they're going to still take 11 damage. I think that's good. I guess I'm going to leave these 2 back just in case. I think that we win, though. God damn it! Every time. Oh well, fuck. Now we're getting punished for this. All right. Well. Oh wait. They're at 1. So. Alright, we just have to try to avoid dying this turn, which means we're putting pretty much anything in front of these creatures. So did you find enough to not die? That's my question. Because I'm definitely going to block with both the Mistbinder and Speaker against whatever. That might be enough to win. That's very close. Really? Just this? I mean, I can't block that, so sure. Alright, well, Kumena can just kill them, so... They managed to, like, hold out for another turn, and, like, they threatened to fight back, but we didn't get there in the end. Jeez. That one white spell was, like, such a blowout, though. That was very scary. Fuck. But, still it doesn't matter. Amori actually was very relevant in that game. Amori helped us put enough pressure on them that we could actually kill them fast enough, which was great. Let's go. Come on. I want to get up to at least gold today. That's my plan for right now. So I think we're gonna be I'm gonna try to like put historic, like it's gonna be much more frequent in the schedule than probably anything else is, because right now this is like the most fun thing to play. Opponent goes first. His hand's not super great. I can't play the Kamena Speaker. Like, I don't know. I think this actually might be a mulligan. Because I could go like Biomancer into Speaker, and like that doesn't seem very good. I think we can do better than this. This is, I guess, better, but not by a lot. Put Breeding Pool in the bottom. I don't think we need that. I mean, I guess I could have put Forest in the bottom, but I don't know. Like, I don't want to have to shock myself. We weren't gonna have to shock, I guess. So, I guess Island first. All right. Island threatens more things when it's untapped, but it looks like. All right, please. Nope, that's not the one I wanted you to play at all. That's definitely going to attack for one. I guess I'm playing the Drake this turn, because I don't think the Trickster's going to do anything right now. But yeah, this looks like the mono white deck, and we don't have a very good hand for this. Oh yeah, we're fucked. Like, there is no way we're defeating this. And we just keep flooding out now too. I guess we have to play Regery, which makes the Pride Mate bigger, so... Alright, get on our 1 damage. It's not blocking anything, so may as well attack. No, that's so bad. Like, we're fucked. We're like, I should just concede this game, but no, we'll stick it out, because it's not gonna take very long to lose this one. Jesus Christ. I guess we're gonna tap Angel of Vitality. Yeah, Pride Mate gets bigger. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, come on! No! No. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We have to cast this Trickster. We're gonna tap the Pride Mate so it can't attack. And we're gonna turn off this Angel of Vitality. So at least this one's not gonna get like extra big. Just regular big. Jesus Christ! There's no way. This hand is insane. Our hand is nowhere near good enough to even attempt to beat this. This is not really what we needed right now. Like, I guess, yeah, we're just gonna tap down the Pride Mate and then die. That's the plan. I can attack with all of these things, but yeah, we just don't really have a good follow-up to this. Sure. We've done a lot of damage to them, but they're just gaining like a bajillion life. Okay, sure. What does this even do? Like, it just gains 4 life from them playing this Angel of Vitality. That makes sense. So we have to, like, yeah, we have to block and then block here. Like, we're super dead. Does this matter? Not really. There's not a reason to play this, and so we'll just hold it in hand. I'm gonna play anything before combat. Alright, nope. We can live for one more turn. Yeah, this is absolutely hopeless. Oh, gee, come on! Why? Why would you do this to me? There's no way. Like, this is just like, you know, jumping on me enough times to get the extra, like, little one-up at the end. Alright, we're dead. He's just like, yeah, Mario's got, like, the, you know, the one-up from hitting the guy, like, 8 times in the head. No, that was an insanely, like, good draw on their part, and we, like, flooded out pretty bad, so that was not good. There's no way to really defeat that deck. Yeah, we can't win every single match, I guess. So. They just had to play the Lyra at the end just to rub it in, too. Never did they not have it. Okay, I love this name. This is amazing. You're going first. I guess I'm going to keep this. It's a little bit slow, but that's fine. We can potentially just curve Lords and... yeah, curve Lord into Lord, so... Oh, I don't like this look already. We'll play Mistbinder. Yeah, like, I guess trying to play a Lord Heavy draw is the best way to go here. Is this Dirty Kitty? Is that what... I don't know... or... what's the Skirk Prospector for? Like, I don't think Fecundity is in this format, is it? So I don't know how exactly that's going to work. I guess if they want to trade both of these things for the Mistbinder, that's okay. That will slow them down, but no. Or are they just playing like some huge mana ramp deck where they just want this as like a 1 mana, like a red Llanowar Elf? Because I mean, that's also probably really scary. They have 5 mana right now. God, how can this go right? How can this go right for us? I don't know. We're gonna find out. Rhythm of the Wild. Can't be countered. Non-token creatures you control have riot. Neat. So, that's bad. Alright, they did burn that at least. So here's the question, like... this might be not... I don't know, this might be a good turn to play Amori, but... we could play Branchwalker and bounce, like, this thing. That might be the correct thing to do. I think that's my plan here. What do we got on top? Kumena is not bad. But I don't think, like... I don't think it's going to synergize with the plan that we're on right now. So I think I want to wait until they play something and then bounce this Rhythm of the Wild back to their hand. So then next turn I can try to Frilled Mystic and counter it. What the fuck does this do? Whenever a dragon... okay, so this is like some kind of dragon ramp deck. Okay. Neat. I have to bounce this back to their hand so like I can theoretically counter things. I guess we can just repeat the same trick as before. We'll just like Brazen Borrower anything that's a problem. Because I need to like I need to put, you know, this in play right now. So if they play any scary creature, we can just use Borrower to bounce back to hand, and then this should be good enough to try to win. So right now we're attacking for 11 next turn, and we can hold up Frilled Mystic, probably. What the fuck does this do when it attacks? Okay, so it's not going to attack us this turn, but We're going to just Brazen Borrower and bounce it. Okay. Alright, cool. They give up. Neat. So they had shocked themselves to do that, so. Alright, we got there against the Dragon Ramp. That Rhythm of the Wild, like, definitely was really scary because the... So what happens if we did not bounce that dragon was going to annihilate us. Because then they can give it haste and it's uncounterable. Like, that's scary as hell. Like, holding up Mystic does nothing there, so... Brazen Borrower, we had both of them that game, so made us look really good. I guess that would also be a match where, like, probably Cerulean Drake would be pretty good, so... we go first here. Let's see. Go Biomancer into Silvergill or Branchwalker. So I think Branchwalker probably first. I guess we have to keep this. Play the island first, I think. Like, it doesn't... In this hand, like, it's not going to make a big difference either way, whether we play Ziggurat or Island, so... We'll play Island. In some universe, like, maybe this... I don't think it makes a difference, but... Alright. We'll just play Branchwalker. Draw Breeding Pool. So next turn we can play Silvergill plus that. Or actually, no, we probably want to get Kumena out quickly. Stomp. Okay, sure. I guess we're paying 2 life. We're gonna play this Kumena. I could have potentially attacked, but I think they probably would have just blocked with the Burning Tree. And I didn't really want to spend my mana adapting this to just trade with that, so... Yeah, I'm not going to block this because this looks like suspiciously like they have another Stomp in hand. And I don't want to let them, like, you know, trade Stomp, you know, against this thing. Okay, well this is actually good here. Now we have enough Merfolk to start activating Kumena. So we just passed turn. So when if and when they attack, we're just gonna put counters and everything, and hope that Ember Cleave doesn't kill us. Ember Cleave is definitely a threat. So so here's the question. So they take damage. So it's going to fight and kill this thing anyway. So the question is, do they have Ember Cleave? I'm fucked, but I think I probably need to, like, if I so the +1/+1 counter is not going to matter, but it's a matter of, do I want to pump up the rest of these? And I think the answer is yes, but it means I'm not going to be able to block this turn. And this is a very big risk, because now they're going to attack for, like, a lot of damage, and if they have Ember Cleave, I'm really in a bad spot, I think. But this helps me, like, dig for more lords. Yeah, like, that's useless. So yeah, they can attack for 9 right now. But I think, like, putting the extra 4 power in play was worth it. Okay. So they're gonna trade off the burning trees with these things. That's fine. So I guess here we can just play Amori and try to block this thing. But you know what? No, I think this is a scenario. I'm gonna play Benthic Biomancer. guess I'm gonna play the forest and then pass. Because now if they Ember Cleave this thing, I'm just gonna use Brazen Borrower to bounce it back. Fuck, that's bad. Okay. That's also really bad. Yeah, there's not very many ways this goes right. So I guess I can just attack for 4 with these and then pray. Can block the Questing Beast and then block the Bone Crusher. Ah, oh, fuck me. Alright, well, they just had everything, so we lose. That was too much. That was like, what, 2 ambushes and like, you know, 3 Bone Crusher Giants and like a Questing Beast? It's too much. We didn't really... We had like no Lords that game either, so that definitely hurt our cause by a lot. Yeah, their draw was just better. I don't know, so be it. Like, that matchup is tough. It's not unwinnable, but it is definitely a hard one, so... When we did not have the cards that we needed to fight it. Alright, Dan the Man, huh? Alright, cool. Your opponent's going first. This, I think, is a pretty easy mulligan. Like, pretty much any hand that has, like, 2 Kamenas in it, especially if it's on the draw, like, this is not good. We want something much more aggressive. Like, this is fine. We can keep this. Just put, like, a land in the bottom. I guess here I'm going to put the Ziggurat on the bottom. Why? You're duressing me. I have Amori here. Like, you know that I can't possibly, like, have a non-creature spell in hand. Like, all your... I don't know, this is the mono black deck again, so... Damn it. See, like, this would be very good if we could just... Whatever. They're gonna, like... I don't know. I guess... I will attack. If they want to trade, that's fine. They're not going to. Which means at some point in the future, we can potentially just Trickster and kill it like that, so... But we have Reedry, and they're going to play Obliterator. We need to be able to tap that thing down. Attacking doesn't really do anything right now. But if they play Phyrexian Obliterator, like, that's not the end of the world. No, they're gonna take my tricks. No, they took Kumena. No, that's such a mistake. I don't want to do that. Okay, I probably should have played this other Biomancer first. But I might want to adapt it away. I don't know, like, I probably should have played it, though. I guess it's okay, because holding this back actually might make sense. If they did play Phyrexian Obliterator, then we may want to, you know, hold that in our hand so then we can tap it with the Reedry and then attack again next turn, but it worked out anyway. So I guess there was reason not to play it there. Yeah, I guess that made sense. Alright, let's go. We're almost there. So far, yeah, though, I think we're pretty positive in these matches so far. Right, Mr. Dale Cooper, huh? You were also a Bolas aficionado. This is a pretty bad hand. So we're up against Gigantha, okay. Now this is much better, actually. We'll keep this. So here, I think we probably put Silvergill. Actually, I don't. It's really close. We might want to put a land in the bottom because we have a couple turns to draw another land. So here, what do we put in the bottom? Like, we need to go turn 1 breeding pool to play this Commander Speaker. So I guess we put island in the bottom. We go speaker, probably branch walker. All right, well, pay 2 life. Yes. I had a brain fart for a second and was like, what do I want to pay 2 life? It's like, yes, I want to pay 2 life. Like, the fuck. Okay, so interesting. So what is their deck doing that's like with this? So here, okay, so we're not up against like a red deck, so I think I'll play Silvergill first. Because I think I'd rather have a card rather than... I'll reveal the Branch Walker. Because again, I don't like showing them the Lords early. That's also good. So we can play Reedry next turn, and then the turn after play Mistbinder plus Branch Walker. Silvergill, I guess you play this first when you want to draw a non-land, and I think you play Branch Walker when you want to draw a land. Because this gives you 2 chances to draw a land in your next turn, whereas... Okay, so this... I don't know what's going on here, but like... I feel like I should be concerned. Yes, I'm going to pay 2 life. I'm going to play this Reedry and attack for 6. And try to kill my opponent quickly before something terrible happens. Bajuka Bog. So this looks like a Field of the Dead deck. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Let's untap this Hinterland Harbor. What do we got on top? Biomancer, I don't think I really need that. Mistbinder, I will tap down Llanowar. And get in a very big attack. And then hopefully I can just play Trickster next turn, and then that will be enough to kill them. I'm just trying to think, like, even if they sweep the board right now, it wouldn't really be that bad. Okay, that you lose. Like, that does absolutely nothing. Yeah, good game. I don't know what they were doing. It looked like there was some kind of Field of the Dead deck, which is why they were playing so many different lands. So we're up to Silver Tier 2, so we're making progress in this. We're already almost an hour and a half. Well, we'll play a little bit more. Yeah, we still have to win at least like 5 more matches for this, so... Yeah, 5 more wins today actually like is relevant to prizing, so we may as well just get them. Why not? We're here, we're having fun. Up against Bravado, huh? Okay. Filthy Teferi. This is against Luris, and I don't know if this hand's gonna be good enough. Like, it could be, but we're on the draw. Like, this isn't super aggressive at it by any means. I think I want to try bet first. This is like almost the same exact hand. Okay, well, what do I do here? I don't think this brazen, like... So if this is like what we played against before, like this actually matters against the Drake. And also the Legion guy, so... I don't know if Brazen Borrower is going to make much of it. It could. Like, you know what? Actually, I'm going to keep the Borrower. Because if they put Curious Obsession on something, I want to be able to petty theft it. Alright, Stitcher Supplier. Oh, so maybe this is something. So Croxa, that's a problem. Alright, yeah, Croxa is not going to be pleasant. I guess if he plays Croxa, I have to discard an island. I don't like that either. And sacrifice a creature, huh? Ugh. I guess I don't care if they block with either one, but do I want to bounce this? So if I play this is so bad. I'm gonna play the Branch Walker. We're pretty. I don't know about this. Like, this doesn't seem like this is gonna be super relevant, right? We need to draw like another land before we can even use that. I think we're pretty far off from that mattering, I think. I need to get this Reejerey out quickly though. If I have to discard something, I'll discard a speaker, and if I have to sack something, I'll sack the speaker. Alright, Croxa, deal. Oh, fuck. I have to do both? Oh, they have 3 Croxes in their graveyard? That's terrible. That is fucking scary. I don't think we're winning this one. Yeah, they're just gonna get like the 4th Croxa, right? They're just gonna search with it. I think that we are in concede territory. Because no matter what I play here, it's not going to matter. Because, like, they're going to get another Crox and they're going to Priest the Forgotten Gods. Like, yeah, no, there's, like, no way I can win this. There's a reason that is the most expensive card from Ikoria right now. This is a very pushed mythic from this set, actually. I'm surprised we haven't seen more of it, because this card is actually insanely powerful. This is sort of like Vannifar, and so, yeah, I have to get rid of this thing. No, this is like, it's a ridiculously big creature, like, on its own. It's only 2 mana, and it does, like, effectively, like, the Vannifar thing. You have to pay mana for it, but it means you can, like, you know, you can like skip and just immediately pod like your 1-drop into like a 4-drop if you have enough mana for it. So yeah, it's big and scary, and I don't like it, and we're gonna die to it for sure. Like there's nothing we can do about this. Yeah, no. I don't need to like continue to play in order to know that you defeated me with like bajillions of Croxes. So. Alright, come on. Let's like play an actual game, because like I don't think that there was any realistic chance that was ever going to be a real game. I think we mulliganed on the draw, so, and that was a very fast start for them to get their engine online. Come on, let's go. Turning lock. Elspeth, okay. Opponent goes first. Why can't we go first? I guess we're gonna keep this. This is fine. I want to go first. No, okay, Llanowar Elves, so... play Cometa Speaker. We'll probably play Mistbinder and then turn 3 play Biomancer plus Silvergill. Well, that plan might have changed. If you want to block with a Midnight Reaper, be my guest. I don't think that that's going to happen. This Mistbinder looks like they're trying to figure out a way to kill it right now. Really? No. I'm not going to block. Strength in numbers. I'm not giving up my lord that easily. I'm going to make it bigger and better than ever. Okay, Merfolk Branch Walker, that's fine. Nissa, who shakes the world, is scary because that's going to come out soon. Yeah, we have to hold it off for one more turn, so if I do this, I can play both Biomancer and Mistbinder. So if they want to trade Branchwalker and a Llanowar Elf with that, that's okay. They do not. But Nissa is going to come out and there's nothing I can do about it. Oh, fuck. They killed off both of our lords. This card is such a pain in the ass. Alright, well, we don't have a good plan. Like, we have to kind of shock ourselves and hold up Frilled Mystic here, so... We know what their last... Okay, so we don't have to shock, but like... I guess we're just passing. If they play Nissa, we have to Frilled Mystic and counter it. Yeah. Okay, fortunately, like, at least we get to counter this, because if Nissa resolved, like, our chances of winning just go out the... Yeah, out the window. Okay, things are getting better here. Okay. They do get to draw some cards. They're going to play the Chupacabra and eat up the Reejerey. We do have a Mori online still. Like, we can play a Mori. That will help us a little bit. Potentially adapt this Biomancer. I guess let's do this first. Alright. I'll just pass. I'll wait for them to tap out for something because they just drew a bunch of cards, so... Yeah, like that. I don't really want to deal with that. Unfortunately, we don't really have a good way to like deal with this Pelucranos at this point. They can just escape it and it's gonna be ridiculously big. Guess maybe if we can draw Trickster or a Brazen Borrower, we might be in good shape. That certainly wasn't the draw that was going to save us. Actually, they can just have it. We're like basically dead right now. They can just fight both things. Yeah. That sucked. Like, just flooding out again. Like, we have 8 lands here. That's terrible. Nope, we lose. Damn it! Come on! Why do we have to flood out? Like, we were doing so good. Like, I actually had a chance of winning, I think, but the flood is real. Oh well, let's go. I guess that's gonna happen with any deck that you play from time to time. Like, Chocolate Giddy Up, huh? What? Again, we're still on the draw. Like, this arena just fucking hates us. I want to be on the play. Being on the play in best of one makes so much difference. I'm mulliganed. I want a more aggressive hand. I guess we're gonna keep this and... what are the chances this Drake is gonna matter? I don't know. I'm gonna say that it might. So we need something to do on turn 2, so... it looks like it's probably not gonna matter very much, but it's still gonna... It's something we can do on turn 2, so... do what we gotta do. So it looks like Teferi might come out next turn, so we definitely need to play the Drake. At least then, if Teferi can't bounce it and like still live, we can kill it. The really important against the Esper decks, you have to have 2 creatures in play by turn 2. Because if you don't and they play Teferi in turn 3, then the Teferi's going to take over the game. Timely Reinforcements is fine. I can live with that. They can trade all of their tokens with the Speaker if they want. Looks like they're gonna do that. Sure, that's okay. I mean, we still have to be careful because they might have like sweepers anyway, so that was sort of a test to see. So right here, I'd really like... Oh, see, like Teferi, like what I'm saying. They can bounce Ragery back to my hand, but I can at least like Drake and kill this thing. No, that doesn't help very much. We needed a land, but we needed a green land for the Frilled Mystic, so... So I guess let's play Kamena. Ugh, come on. Do something. Well, actually, no, don't do anything. I would prefer that you don't do anything. Yeah, Timely Reinforcements, another Historic Anthology 3 card that's seeing some play here. So, our hand is not amazingly good versus them right now. What are they... So what are they going to discard? Unburial Rites. Oh, fuck. Agent of Treachery. That's exactly what I was afraid was going to happen in this format. So we desperately need to draw a land so that we can cast this Frilled Mystic, because When they go for that Unburial Rites, like, if we don't counter it, we're gonna die. That's all there is to it. So we have to draw a green land this turn. And if we don't, we lose. Oh, fuck me. Yeah, I think that means we are dead. So... Alright. Get in damage, I guess, but they're just gonna Unburial Rites Agent of Treachery. Probably take Mara Regery. We needed this Frilled Mystic this turn so badly. Finally, our mana base is like, you know, actually not cooperating for a change. It's too much blue, not enough green. Oh, Dream Trawler? That's actually worse. Where were you when I needed you? Come on. So I guess here we probably just try to tap this thing down with Merfolk Trickster. Because it has lifelink, right? So if we tap it down with Trickster, that might be enough to stop him. Like, they can give it hexproof, but they can't... Oh, fuck. Alright, we lose. Like, there's no way we're coming back from this. Like, it just seems impossible. I could not play around it like that turn. I really needed to get damage in while I could, so... I don't think that we can come back. Like, all I can do is keep this from attacking this turn, but that's not really enough. Because it will attack next turn. Okay, giving it hexproof, it doesn't... It's not going to get to attack, though, so, like, I don't... Oh, no, you just wanted to discard another... You still have Agent of Treachery in the graveyard, so, like... No, we're dead. This is a loss. That was, again, too... Like, we had Frilled Mystic in our hands. Like, if we could have countered the Unburial Rites and stopped Dream Trawler from getting out, like, very good chance of winning. But mana base not cooperating that game, so... Ah, super frustrating. We had it the whole time and just couldn't cast it. Unburial Rites, though, you know, it's a card in Historic Anthology 3 that, like, I figured was gonna show up and do some work, so... Why? You keep doing this to us! Why don't we get to be on the play? This is like every game that we're on the draw. It's not fair, damn it. Let's just hope that the power of 4 lords in a row is going to get there. This looks like the Gruul aggro deck, so they don't seem to have a particularly great start. So maybe we... Oh, never mind. They have that. Never did they not have it. They had Burning Tree, so... Please play 4 Burning Tree Emissaries. That's about how my day is going. Bone Crusher Giant, sure. Why does their deck always get to be in the play and never ours? That's not fair. I just wanted to be able to carve out like before they do. That would have been nice. Cool. Like, we're just not going to be able to play anything now because we're just on the draw, so... Like, yeah, they're... This is what I mean, like, in Historic, being on the play versus the draw is so good, like... Yeah, like... Now, like, there's nothing... Like, we're so losing this. There's no point to, like, blocking any of this. Like, it's not gonna matter. I guess I have to kill this Pelt Collector. Because I don't really have a way of winning otherwise. We're gonna play Amori because at least that thing can block and not die. Jesus Christ. I did not need to see that. Sure. Is playing like 2 Reedries even enough? I don't think so. I can't attack, but yeah, like it doesn't really matter because we're just not winning this. And like the second they draw Embercleave, like it's all over. I'm at 3. This thing's gonna kill me in 2 more turns. I guess, sure, let's pretend there's some magical way I don't die. I have to convince them to attack with this Llanowar elf. Okay, so we need Brazen Borrower here to bounce this thing. Alright, we lose. Oh my god, that was insane. There was just... I think, yeah, if we were on the play, that probably would have went much better, but... Oh man, Arena, stop putting me on the draw. That's shitty. Like, we need to be on the play. And I'm sure, like, when we're on the play, it's going to be in a match where it doesn't actually matter. Because that's just how my life goes. But, no, it's alright. It's fine. We're still going to get there. We had, like, a string of, like, really good matchups to start for a while, and so now, like, it's kind of evening out. That's just how, like, you know, matchmaking goes. Alright. What is this? We're up against Amori. This is unkeepable. We have to mulligan on the draw again. Don't have a 1-drop, so... I don't know, what are we supposed to do here? Put islands in the bottom. Jesus Christ. Well, at least the Cerulean Drake might make a difference. We're definitely playing that on turn 2 and praying that it's going to slow them down. it's not hopeless yet, so. Okay. All right, so we're getting there slowly. I mean, they're still okay. They just gave up. Cool. So the Cerulean Drake was just too much for them to overcome. Neat. So that means Drake is doing its job. It's saving us versus the red decks. So we want a mulligan on the draw. So yeah, every victory we have to fight like hell for. That's just that's the life that you lead when you sign up to play Merfolk. You don't get a lot of free wins. You have to actually like play it and just really earn them. In that match we earned it in deck construction by including the Cerulean Drakes. I still think it was a very good idea. Yeah, it's going to be difficult to win some of those red matchups without them. I think in best of one especially, you're going to see probably more red decks. So, okay, here we go. Another mulligan on the draw because we just can't like cast spells. Is that like what 5 matches in a row where we're on the draw or something like that? It's been a lot. I'm gonna have to go back and check, but I know it's a lot. I don't like bitching about it too much, but like come on, like this is ridiculous. They kept 7 cards, like fuck. Keep this is not that great. Put a land in the bottom. Okay, well, that's probably a sign this is getting okay, so maybe we want Drake, and if we can draw that, that'll help. We're up against a Steamkin deck. Ugh. So what do we do here? Silvergill or this? I guess I'm gonna play Silvergill because I really want to find that Drake. Another Mistbinder's not the worst thing to have. Yeah, okay. I mean, it also is nice that our Mistbinder's not the one that ate the brunt of that, so... Looks like their hand's not terribly good. Well, it's about to get much worse, though, because the Chain Whirler is about to be a thing. So here's the problem, like, they're gonna double Chain Whirler us this turn. They can tap 3 and then remove the counters from the Steamkin to cast another Chain Whirler. So if I cast the Mistbinder right now, it's actually just, you know, going to it'll just die to Chain Whirler. So, and there's not really a reason to play Biomancer here. I have to just let them do it. So. And then I guess we probably have to play Amori first. Because that's the thing that can actually start blocking. Yeah. This makes sense. Means we get hit in the face for a bit. Alright, you're something that can actually help me survive. And I can play 3 fishies next turn. This screams that they have like a shock or something in their hand. But I have to block it. Like, I can't afford to not block right now. Why does this thing have first strike? That's not fair. Alright. Come on. There we go. Trying to... We are dead to like a million things at this point. Yeah, like again, we're on the draw versus like this red deck. Like, how is that fair? We can't. There's like no draw that we have that doesn't have the Drake in hand that does anything. So here's the problem. Like, even if I don't block this, I'm dead to like a lightning strike, but I can't afford to block it. Like, if I throw away my fish, then there's no way that I can potentially come back from this. So I have to just walk into it. We're at the point where it just doesn't matter. Sure, like you just have to find a bolt. Yeah, we lose. They found lightning strike. Come on, Arena, stop this. This is nonsense. Oh god. Like the beginning of this video was great, and now we're just hitting that miserable point where it's like everything's just looking terrible. But you know what? That happens like after a while. That's just how Magic goes. So there are days where you have everything go right for you, and there are days when you feel like you've never played this game before and that everything's just going wrong. So I'm not making this up. Like, you see, this is like the third time in a row that this has happened to us. Alright, I guess we're keeping this, and we put we'll put the Ziggurat on the bottom. Like, Jesus, that's insane. Like, how does that keep happening? Thalia, okay. Which means I can't use Petty Theft now. We're just playing Regery next turn. Well, I mean, the Kite Sail Freebooter does nothing because we have, no non-creature spells in hand, but they know our hands, so perfect information now. And Drake is not particularly helpful at the moment. The only good news is that they don't have, I don't know, they could actually have like Chupacabra or something, so they could have removal in their deck, but there's no like burn spells or anything, so oh, alright. No, I can't afford to be blocking this, so I guess here like Amori is actually the call. If they want to kill this Amori, they're going to have to sacrifice two things. We do have to be careful of this thing because it can actually like blow up lords if we play too many of them. But attacking with Thalia means I can just block with Amori, so they have the choice of trading both of those creatures with this thing. Oh, of course. Why would you not have Deputy of Detention? Again, if I block, I'm dead. But if I don't block, like, I'm also kind of dead, so... So I have 2 mana untapped right now, so actually I think what I want to do here, okay, so I know how this is going to work. I'm going to untap the island, so that way on their turn I can Trickster tap, or I can Trickster untap the island, tap down the Thalia, and then use the Brazen Borrower to bounce something. Alright, I have a plan. Okay. So cast trigger, untap island. And then this one, I guess, I don't know, target that. So we will block. I guess like this. So I can afford to like take one thing to the face, so the kite sail I can block, and then I can block one other thing, so I don't know if I can actually afford to attack right now. So I kind of need to go, I need to be able to block here and like block here. I could throw the Drake away. Get in one attack with this Trickster. No, well this is indestructible, so it doesn't actually matter anyway, so no attacks. Fuck. Alright, well, yeah, this thing making everything indestructible is kind of a problem. You know what, maybe I screwed up because I forgot I had 2 Regery triggers. I should have untapped 2 lands and then used the ability on this guy. That would have made more sense, because then I could have killed off like this thing. Yeah, like, fuck, it's too late. I think I messed up that turn. I miscounted my mana, because I only counted on having 1 Regery and not 2. So I should have untapped 2 lands and used the Trickster's ability on the other creature instead to make them not indestructible. That was the mistake. So I accept that loss was kind of on me. Because then I would have had the 3 mana to just cast the Petty Theft, so... Oh, that's super frustrating. Ugh, I want to get the wins done for today. But we're learning, at least, we're learning how, like, the interactions work here, so... A lot of these cards, like, we haven't, like, played against the humans deck here, so we're learning new decks in this. So finally, I get to go first, and, like, I don't actually have a good hand for going first. We're up against Urion, so we have to mulligan. I guess we're gonna keep this and put Biomancer in the bottom. Actually, now we are gonna put Biomancer on the bottom because we're gonna go Speaker into Branch Walker. Like, this hand is still not very good. Alright, well, this is improving, actually, so... It just got a little bit better. But it's... The Urion decks are still kind of rough. Because if we have to kill them very quickly, or we're just going to get buried underneath them. Okay, well, we have 11 power in play, so theoretically they could die next turn. They have to do something drastic right now. We drew a Lord and they don't do anything, they actually are dead. Okay, Uro's, like, not really that good. It puts them to 15, but they're still taking... They're gonna take 11 damage, so... We still have Borrower and Trickster in hand. Oh, fuck. So, this is a really good question. Do I just kill them here? Because 4, 8, 11... No, it'll be 4, 8, 12. Yeah, this actually just kills them, right? I think. But, yeah, alright, we win. Finally! Actually, like... So, yeah, we drew the Lord, so... Our somewhat dubious keep, like, ends up turning out great. Look at, like, how easily we won that game, too. Like, finally being on the draw. Or, I'm sorry, finally being on the play. Like, we just absolutely nut-crushed him. Alright, let's keep going. I want to try to get at least 3 more. Kilo Cutis. Sure, great. We'll keep this. Look at how good this opening hand looks. Like, why couldn't the rest of them be like this? Okay, so we're up against the red deck. I guess there's not really a reason. So okay, there might be a reason, because let's pretend that we're gonna draw a sequence that involves, like, Hinterland Harbor. I want the forest in play now, so that way if I draw Hinterland Harbor next turn, I can play it untapped. We still do have to think about how the mana works for this. Okay, so this is just... They're just playing a mana ramp guy. I guess we want to... I guess we'll play Branch Walker here. I don't need another one of those right now. I just want to put the pressure on the opponent. Because, yeah, we're in a situation where, like, we're threatening to kill them. Things could go badly for them. We have enough power in play where they actually can die next turn. And that's probably not enough. So we do have Hinterland Harbor now. I guess we can play Silvergill Adept. If we draw Trickster, then we basically just win, right? Or if we draw another Ward. Drake's not bad. Let's see, if I attack with everything, it's not quite enough to kill them. I can send, if I send in Kamena Speaker, they can block that, but it takes 7, like, that's still probably good. Okay. So, like, yeah, I guess this is fine. We'll just do it like this. So do I play the Biomancer or the Drake here? It's actually kind of close. I'll play Biomancer. Because it puts more power in play to potentially kill them next turn, so... They're probably dead here? Because at this point, any 2 creatures that hit them are enough to kill them. And if they tap these for mana, then that's 1 less blocker they have. So they have to play a creature without... Yeah, they have to play a creature without using either of these for mana. Yeah, and we have to not draw a Merfolk Trickster. Decline? That's not enough. So I guess I just go for it here, right? Okay, got there. Victory. See, look how... Well, I guess that wasn't easy, but, like... I don't know, when we have, like, the 1-drops into the Lord draws, like, that makes it... That does make it better, so... Alright. Almost done for today. We're climbing, so that's good. We are up against Determined this time. We are going first. This is somewhat sketchy. Guess I'm gonna keep it, but I'm not, like, super thrilled about it. Just because, like, if we are up against, like, a red aggro deck, like, this matters. Well, okay. Well, that does kind of help, though. So, yeah, if we can get, like, enough Rejuries out, it'll be fine. So you know, it looks like this is a similar deck that we played against before, right? So... 2 life, we'll play this Rejury. Nope, no attack, so there's not really a point to attacking right now. I don't want to lose the Biomancer just yet. Oh, fuck, that's terrifying. It has reach, too. So, and they have Nisa in hand. Alright, well, there's, like, no way we're defeating this now. Oh wait, did that go in the graveyard? Yeah, okay. So you know what? There's Ulamog though. Ugh. So I can play Silvergill Adept, untap a Ziggurat. Try to draw a land. think I'm probably just going to adapt Benthic Biomancer and throw this Drake away. Pass. I don't know, maybe this isn't that bad. If they just have a bunch of lands in hand, it could be okay, but they might be like ramping up into Ulamog, so there is that to be concerned with. Hydroid Crisis, I'm not particularly happy about that. Well, this is going to work out pretty well. So I play this, and I untap 2 more lands, and then play Amori. Or I can actually just play this and like tap these 2 things down and just attack for a bajillion. That's probably better, right? I guess that's fine. I think we win this one. As long as nothing terrible happens this turn, we got them. Yeah, you better find something really good. Because literally any one of these hitting you is going to kill you. Yeah, that's desperation. Yeah, they're dead. Okay, well, we got there. That's good. We even defeated the Hydroid Crisis, so... They got a very early Cavalier of Thorns out, so that was also, that could have also been like really dangerous. Alright, let's see if we can try to get one more in for today. Yeah, we have like one more win left, so let's just see if we can finish that. That definitely felt pretty good, though. Romero Regery just, you know, absolutely taking him to Pound Town. Meta Bum. Ooh, okay. Hey, look, we're on the play again. Guess we keep... I don't know, like... I'm gonna keep it. It's a little bit slow, but having 2 Lords is always really powerful, so... I really don't like playing Trickster in turn 2. It feels like kind of a waste. Pass. Well, I mean, on the plus side, we can at least tap this thing down and then just get in a bunch of damage, so... Simic, Guildgate, so... Okay, this looks like probably a Field of the Dead deck. I would imagine that's why they play like these. Not bad. So this is definitely shaping up to be a very good hand. Next turn we can play Regery and then also play Mistfinder. Get in the big attack. Wayward Swordtooth. Okay, sure. This looks like basically the same deck that we just played against, though, where they're probably just going to ramp into Hydroid Krasis for a bajillion. Well, that's really good. So let's play Reejerey. I think I'm going to save Trickster for next turn, so I'm going to tap this and then tap this. So that way next turn I can tap down 3 things and then that should be enough to kill them. Like, even if they play Hydroid Krasis, I don't know if that's actually enough. Okay, that's definitely not going to be good enough. You've got to do way better than that. You really only have 1 blocker right now. And Uro is not a blocker. That is a blocker, though. Okay, so you have 2 blockers. Not quite. But it's still close enough, though. Alright. So what do I want them not to block with? I guess I would rather have them lose the things with power. So they have to, oh no, they're dead no, they can block 2 things. They can go to 4. But this is probably just they're dead anyway, so. Okay, this is fine. They don't have enough cards to escape Uro right now. Like, they make one Zambambo. No, they can make another zombie now, so okay, so they're not totally dead yet, right? Just one, no, one more zombie doesn't even do anything though. Why are you blowing up my land? I'm fine with this. Yeah. Okay, that's desperation, so you have 5 blockers, so you're dead. Alright, cool. We got there. Dead as a doornail. They should have probably ghost quartered themselves in order to get another Field of the Dead token. I think ghost quartering me was a mistake. But us drawing another Merfolk that was something I don't think they could play around, so. Alright, cool. So there we go. I think that was pretty good for today. We're up in like Silver 1, so finally like we're getting up towards like where real games are happening. Like I said, the first day, like when you're climbing the ladder, like it's gonna be a mix of like both like easy and hard matches as the good players are still like, you know, playing through it. Like they're just starting now, so over the next like week or so, it'll even out, so like more of the good players are at like the higher ranks, and like the lower players or the newer players are still going to be towards the bottom. So, but yeah, like because it just came out today, so we had like an interesting kind of mix of it. I guess one thing that maybe we might want to look at: do we want to keep, you know, do we want to try to fit in any number of unclaimed territories? There was only like 1 or 2 times where a mana didn't feel like it was great. Ancient Ziggurat felt like this card was fantastic. I was happy to have this every single time, so I don't know. I could see maybe like cutting an island and a forest for like 2 unclaimed territories. That's possible. I don't know. It's pretty close. Like I could see an argument for doing that. The only issue is that unclaimed territory pretty much always has to be on wizard if you want to cast this in turn 4. So like, whereas if you have the island in the forest, like Our mana base as is right now means that no matter what sequence of lands you draw, as long as you have like, yeah, as long as they're not like 3 islands or all 3 forests, then you're gonna be able to cast this in turn 4. So I'm hesitant to try to include any number of unclaims. Like, this is probably good enough. Yeah, I think this is fine. And I think that we saw enough red decks where I think the Drake was still relevant, so I don't want to cut this just yet, but maybe we might go down to 2 at some point. I don't know. We'll have to see like how it does the next time that we play more. But I think overall, like, yeah, we did pretty well with this. We went ahead and we got our wins out of the way, and we're, like I said, we're almost to gold at this point. So we played a bunch of matches. It's been about 2.5 hours, so I think that's enough Magic for today. I'm enjoying this though. We did get to see Amori do some work, so that's also good. The Ziggurat is also helping us make Amori like a more reasonable play on our turn 4. So we're not just like doing this for nothing. We actually have been benefiting from putting this card in this list, which that's important. Like, if we're never casting this, then it's not worth using, but we are actually using it at different points, so I think it is helpful. With that said, that's going to be it for today. So if you are enjoying this content, please like and subscribe. Leave your comments below. I read every single one of them. They mean everything to me. I like knowing how everybody feels about, you know, the content in this channel. You guys got to keep me in the loop on, you know, what it is that you're looking for. So I'm not going to promise that I'm going to do every single thing that everybody asks for, but your feedback is a very critical element of the decision-making process. So please, if there's something you want to see, or if, you know, you thought there were things I could do better, I'm always interested to know that. So thank you everybody for watching. I will see you again next time.